Yes, I don't mind telling my age. I'm 81 and a half. Some days feel very much that age, and other days I feel much younger, so I make the best of it. Well, to me it's an amazing, peaceful place. All the clean, fresh air, stunning sceneries, sunsets and views, which I never tire of. Oh, definitely the morning.
Yes.
Opening my curtains, checking to see what the weather's like, complaining to myself if it's pouring rain and howling gale. And there I see my sheep waiting for attention. So out I go, and after all that fresh air, I'm ready for my allowances and my daily chores. There's so many, but my childhood began in Bunnavullin, 13th of April 1944, where at that time there were 10 families, so other children were there as well. And then 3 years later I got a little sister, which was my pride and joy, and as we grew up together, we were able to enjoy all the good weather, running around in our bare feet, playing in the shore, in the water, which was virtually on our doorstep. Then came the time we had to go to school, which was 2 minutes up the path from our house, where there were sometimes up to 15 children. And there we made very many friends, which I still have some today. After that, I had at 11 to go to Oban High School, which meant I boarded away there except coming home on the main holidays. Now that was not a part of my life I enjoyed, because I did not like being away from home. 100%. Life is so different today from it was then. We had no TV, tablets, iPads, computer games. Our entertainment was being outdoors till we were called in by Mum for meals and bedtime. It was a great life, and we managed to survive quite well without all the modern things we have today. But the highlight of our week was on Saturday evening, when Scottish dance music came on the wireless, and the main bit was that we were being taught by my dad to learn to dance, which is still something I love to this day. Well, for as long as I can remember, I was involved in crofting, as my dad had the croft which I own now. At that time there were 10 crofts. All families worked their crofts to feed their animals, which we had, each crofter had 2 cows and what they called 2 followers, which was sturks from calves that were born last year, but you kept as she's for following on. And when it came to the summer school holidays, My mum and sister and I would be out in the fields all day with my dad while he cut the grass with a scythe, and then we raked and turned and raked and turned until it was dry enough to make it into rucks. Likewise, we did the same with corn, which we then had to stook. It was a slightly different way of, it wasn't rucks, we made it into stooks. And we also had our horse Dolly, who ploughed the land for us to grow potatoes and turnip, which when we harvested them into pits, they were for our winter feed. We also had hens and a milk cow. So come September, all the hay rucks then had to be collected and made into big stacks. We had a stackyard where the hay, big huge hay stacks were, and the corn stacks. And it's rather funny that where they were kept all winter is exactly on the site of my house. And then some years later, I married a farmer, and then we introduced, by that time there was just 2 crofters left because the older people had passed on, and sadly was not work for young people to stay, they had to leave. And that was a bit of a sad thing because it meant that we didn't have many young people left. But however, we introduced sheep, and 60 years on, I'm still working at sheep. Well, mainly good health, many good friends, and able to live in the place I was born in and love. Yeah, well, I started in the post office when I was 16, and at that time the post office was down beside the phone box, which is now Hugh's Boat Shed. That was a very busy wee post office because it was a mail office, and the mails got sorted and dispatched onto the wee ferry at the jetty, and went out to meet the big ferry going from Tobermory to Oban, and it was called the Lochin Bar, and it took mail from all the different areas, and also passengers for a day trip to Oban, and then it came back in the afternoon about 4:10, and the mail came back and then was brought into the office and all sorted out. And we had 2 posties working from there then. Then when I was old enough, I became postmistress, and we moved to a new building at Munglestow Crossroads. The thing that happened then was that money was given to build a brand new pier at Craignure on Mull. So sadly we lost the big ferry coming in here because the boats only came from Oban to Craignure, and mail started coming as it is today, but still we had it delivered by mail van to our post office where it was sorted, and all the mail was collected about 6 o'clock in the morning for going away, and then it came back in the afternoon, and then the postage delivered. So it was really quite a busy time, and then gradually when I got married, my father decided it would be sensible to have the post office beside my house. So lock, stock and barrel was put in a trailer and brought along here where it is today. And the thing that was lovely about it was that there were so many more people. There weren't actually holiday homes as such then, but lots of people came annually for holidays to their family and friends. So it made the summer really exciting because there were so many people and they all came in to see me, and you know, it was a sort of a different sort of life. Then I found, as years went on, and we got the holiday homes, which I've nothing at all against, but the people only come for shorter periods, and maybe they come back another year and maybe they don't, so you didn't see them. So things gradually got quieter, and then mail started coming by delivery from the Morven post office. So I thought I'd finish off on a very funny note to say that I had many, many happy times and certainly many sad times during my years with the post office. But I'd like to tell you that when I started in the post office at first, a postage stamp sending a letter first class was 5D. And now it's £1 something for first class, £1.60 I think, to send it in the new money. So that was it. 5p was the stamp for going away, the letter going away then. Yes, I would like to say that I would not like to see it changed. Don't change it. Be a good neighbour. Look out for one another, and always be involved in the community, as the heart of Drimnin is the community. The only thing it would help, I think, if we could somehow or other get more families in with children, as it's rather sad. Come June, that will be the last time the school bus will travel on this road. So that's what I feel is a sad thing, because I don't think there's ever been a gap since I was in school that there wasn't a school children living here.